What's going on, everybody? Oni Mike here over at the Game Creator, and I am coming at you with another quest tutorial. This is going to be part 4, and this is going to be actually a little bit quicker of one, I hope anyways. I know I say quicker sometimes, and they drag on for 20 minutes. But anyways, what we want to do is implement a basic day and night cycle, okay? And what this is going to do, it's going to count up our hours, and when it hits 24 it's going to give us 1 day. All right, now this is going to be a good setup, a simple setup for the future for our day and night cycle, so we can add lightness and darkness to our rooms and everything else. But first, let's just go ahead and implement this in. Okay, if you don't already have your project open, go ahead and open your project. And let's open that up. And what we want to do is come down to the bottom in our objects hierarchy here. We want to find advanced, and we want to click the little plus sign. And what we want to do is go to our object types and our player data. Okay, now we want to add a few attributes here. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. My goodness. Okay, now the first attribute we want to add is going to be hour. Hour. Okay, and this is going to be an integer. And then we want to add another one, and this is going to be called days. Or just hit day. We'll put day right there, yeah. Day, and that's also going to be an integer. Okay, now since we added it here, it's automatically going to be added to our player. So if we go up to our room, find our player, and then go over to our attributes, okay, we see that we have hour and day. Well, the first thing we want to do is change our day to 1, okay, because it's never day 0. Well, yeah, we'll leave this at 0, okay, because you might die before you get through day 1. So you survive 0 days, something like that. But on our hour, what we want to do is set it at 7. Okay, this is going to be a basic 7 in the morning kind of deal. All right. So we also want to add this so we can see our hour and our days. So let's go to status attributes at the top here, and let's add hour. Hit enter twice. Okay, now add another one and hit day. Type day, sorry. Enter twice. Now, when we start the game, we should see that it's day 0 and hour 7. So hour 7, day 0. Yep, okay. Just like we wanted. So, now that we have our basic hour and day attributes added, we need to add an actual day-night cycle timer. So, you could do this with a turn script. Let me show you right quick. Go up to your game. Okay. Find, what is it? Script? Yep, script. Okay, turn scripts. Run after player takes a turn after each. Turn scripts run after every turn the player takes in game. Okay, there we go. Now I spit it out right. Alright, so basically what that would do, it's going to keep track of your turns. Alright, and what I would do personally is in our player data, I would add a thing called turns, an attribute called turns, make that an integer, and then on your game, I would add a turn script which would be which would increase our turn. So basically you'd go to increase object counter, hit player, and then you would type in turns. And we wouldn't want to display this one. We're just wanting to keep track of the turns. Okay, so we keep track of the turns, and then let's say after turn 5, you would increase. So if your turns is equal are greater than 5, you would increase your hour by 1. I'm not exactly sure how you'd want to set up that math, but that's why I used a timer and not a turn script. So let's delete this turn script. Okay, and then we're going to add a timer, and it's going to be a day-night cycle timer. So we're going to call it day and night cycle. Alright, there we go. Day and night cycle. Okay, so what we want to do is click the start timer when the game begins. Okay, and just for testing purposes, we're going to leave it on 1 second. And what we want to do is increase counter object hour. So click on add a new script, scroll down to your variables, and find increase object counter. Under object here, we want object to be player, and the counter name is going to be hour. So if we started the game right now, this counter is going to go up indefinitely every second. So let's go ahead and start. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, and it's going to keep going on and on and on and on. So what we want to do to stop this is that we want to say if, grab a add new script, grab an if statement. So if object counter, so go to your expression, if object counter player, and our counter name is hour. Hour is equal to 24. Oops, equal to number 24. 24. It never does that. Okay. So if our object player counter hour is equal to 24, then we want to run this script. Increase our object counter. So let's add a new script, find variables, increase object counter. Okay, object is going to be player, and name is going to be day. The counter name is going to be day. So that will increase our day rate. Okay, and then we want to set, okay, so add a new script and scroll down to your variables, and then we want to set a variable or attribute. So add that. And what are we setting? We are resetting the hour back to 1. Okay, so we want to type in player dot hour, and then come over to the expression and then just type 1. So what this is going to give us, this is going to give us a 24-hour day-night cycle. So it's basically off military time. Okay, so if we start the game now and then we just watch it, and when it gets up to 24, it's going to restart and it's going to add a day for us. And we're almost there. We're almost there. Bam. Okay, so now we get day 1. All right. So we actually want to make this equal to 25. I'm sorry, 25. Let's make our hour equal 25. So it'll stay on 24, and then when it gets to 25, it's going to cycle up. So let's try this again. Let's make sure it actually says hour 24. Here we go. Hour 24. There we go. Okay, good. Alright, so we just want that in there because it looks better, you know, because it's midnight, so it's 24. It would register as that. And so there is our basic day and night cycle. So this is going to carry on for when we make a campfire in our next one, in our next tutorial. And the campfire is going to light up our rooms. And, you know, every room is light right now, and we don't have to worry about that right now. But in a real survival game, you know, they all have day and night cycles, and there's more risk at night than there is during the day, and plus you need a light source. So that's where our campfire is going to come into play at. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this quest tutorial on our short day and night cycle. And if you guys liked it, please give a like and share it and all that good stuff. And until next time, guys, I'm Oni Mike. Later.